Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Megan if you're new here, and today I'm going to be sharing a new resource that we are going to be incorporating into our morning time next year. Now, in a recent video I did, it was a homeschool haul of all the things that I picked up from our homeschool convention. In that video, there wasn't a ton of stuff, but there were a few morning time top things. Now, one of those resources is what I'm going to share with you today, and it is just a closer look at the On Mission magazines from Gentle and Classical Press. Now, if you've been around my channel any length of time, you know that I am a big fan of Gentle and Classical Press. It is a resource that we have used both for Christmas, also for my kindergartner for her primer this past year, and we actually adapted it to use as part of our morning time as a family. And also next year we are going to be using the nature study, volume 1 nature study for my first, third, and fourth grader. So today, like I said, we're going to dive into these On Mission magazines. I am just impressed with these in a lot of ways. Number one, they are absolutely gorgeous. Number two, they shed light on missions throughout the world. And you can actually use these for a full social studies curriculum, and I'm going to show you how. But I'm also going to share with you how we are specifically going to be using them in our homeschool. Now, I mentioned that for us, we're going to be using it as part of our morning time. We do a morning basket time, and that is just our day starter as a family. It's a time where we all come together, we do Bible together, any kind of like poetry type stuff, or read alouds or catechisms, anything like that. That's when we do it during that morning time. So that is how I'm going to be using this. There's a few things. Number one, I want to use it all together as a family, as part of kind of like our Bible and a look at the world. But then also it's going to act as part of my first graders' social studies. And so let's dive in and see what all this has in store, and I can't wait to show you guys, because like I said, I've been really impressed with this, and I'm going to talk more about it when I show you the inside. But first, I'm going to show you what comes with it. So if you can get this as either a digital copy, or you can get it as a hard copy, a physical copy, and it also comes with digital downloads. So there are some volumes that will come this way with like digital downloads alongside it, but then she also actually has a few volumes that she now has an actual student notebook for. So if you're thinking about using this as a full social studies curriculum, then you might want to choose the ones that have the actual student notebooks that go along with them. Now, I only picked up 2 for this year. I'm going to see how we get through it and everything, and if we want to pick more of them, then we can. But for now, I picked the one for Guatemala, and then I also got the one for Ireland. My plan is to do this one in the fall, just a couple of days a week, and to do this one in the spring, just a couple of days a week. So as far as the digital downloads, it comes with some different like vocabulary cards that you can print out. It has different animal cards, and on the animal cards, it also has how you would say it in Spanish. It also comes with these cute little paper dolls that your kiddos can actually cut out and just dress them up in different ways. And there are all of these memory cards for like the 7 continents and the oceans, and what is a beach, what is a lake, all of those geographical things that this is going to go over as well. What is a continent? And then some different maps to be able to show where everything is located and the features. And so those are just some little bonus items that you will get if you purchase this. And you can do what you want with it. You can use what you want or not use it or whatever. But I'm going to show you the inside of this now. Okay, so as I said, these magazines are so beautiful, and you can do what you want with this. You can use it in the capacity that you want to use it. So there are suggested uses here, any kind of add-ons that you want to add, which is usually those like bonus printables that come with it. You have some core books that you're going to use, like an atlas and some different stories and even some missionary stories. And then also what I love are these living book add-ons that you can do. And I love that she has recommended age ranges for these. I find that super, super helpful. So, especially when it comes to like nonfiction, recommended 4th grade and up, 1st grade and up, 2nd grade and up. And I really, really appreciate that she's kind of already screened these resources. The table of contents is even beautiful, but this is going to show you basically what you're going to go over is missions, exploring Guatemala, the history, the geography, the creature feature, which I think is really cool, art and music, daily life, handicrafts, the food, and there's even a mom moment. So the first thing is just talking about Bible translations. And again, this has suggested age ranges that you can do this with. I'm, of course, going to be doing this with all of mine, unless it is something that just is really for much older kids. So this is talking about missions today in Guatemala. And so what I will do is, I said I'm going to be using this 2 days a week. So this will be day 1. And then this will be day 2 for us. And then this, you see what I'm doing. Each day, or each spread, is going to be a different day for us. So this one is just exploring Guatemala. And then there's a spotlight on a missionary that served in Guatemala, which I think is really cool. And 3 ways that you can get involved. The next one is about Mayan civilization. And also going into the geography, as well as more into the geography about where Central America is and what makes up Central America. And there's even like little challenges where you can go further. The next thing is the little creature feature. So they're going to learn about jaguars. And then about the art in Guatemala. Again, these pictures are so rich and beautiful. Some different exports that come from Guatemala. And even how to say some basic words. What school looks like in Guatemala. Different games that the children may play each day. And once we get into like the daily life, I may just play it by ear. I may do like 2 days worth of these. Also the housing, what that looks like. And then we get into the handicrafts and these beautiful weavings that they are so known for in Guatemala. And it shows how you can do that. So this will be a fun project to do together. And then the importance of water, clean water in Guatemala. And there's even some resources to go further with that. This is an excellent book, not for little kids, I would say. Well, I read it with my 2nd grader and above. Then also the food parade, all different foods. And then, of course, you have your little mom moment here. And that is the inside of the On Mission magazine. So hopefully this gave you an idea of how you could use it in your homeschool. Again, you can take it up a notch and use these magazines as a full social studies curriculum, or you could use it like we are, which is a little more informally, and just reading through and enjoying. We will, of course, be picking out probably several of these books to read as well, just to go a little further, especially with my daughter who will be in 1st grade, and that this is intended to be like her social studies. So we will for sure do that. But as far as like reading the actual missionary story, I don't know that we'll actually read that core book or not, because we are doing another morning time thing that includes our read alouds. So we'll just kind of play it by ear with that. But that is how we are going to be using these magazines. So I hope that that was helpful for you guys, just to get a more inside look. I actually had a couple of people ask for a more kind of in-depth look at what it is like. And so there's not really anything on YouTube so far about this. So I thought that I would just do this video to give you an idea of what it looks like inside, how it can be used, and how we will specifically be using it as well. So I'm really excited about this resource. Missions is something near and dear to mine and my husband's heart. My in-laws actually were full-time missionaries living in Nicaragua for over 12 years. And especially with it being very close to Guatemala, it is just something that we kind of wanted to pull in as a priority, and I thought that this would be a really beautiful way to do that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you on future videos. Thanks so much, guys, and have a blessed day.